We really believe that by including the different stakeholders that will use and design and be affected by AI systems, we can actually increase the trust and the trustworthiness of these systems. In our aim to involve people, we have thought that participation is just enough, that participation is not a monolith. It's a big, ample word. It has to include those people that are going to be affected, even if they don't use the technology, the people that are going to be using the technology, and all the stakeholders we can bring to the table. We know now that AI is not a straightforward system, but sometimes you forget that. And seeing how different parts of the world are doing things differently and breaking stereotypes that you had. In the case of Latin America, there's a history of communities coming together to decide their future. So they have more of a method of different stakeholders coming together to decide on something, to criticize the project, to give input, and levering the power dynamics here, which we don't see in other regions.
We searched in both English and Spanish because there is a history in both data science and participatory design of different and creative thinking coming out of Latin America specifically. And we wanted to make sure we captured that. So there's a tradition of sort of feminist data ethics that comes out of Latin America and Latin American projects, participatory design around all kinds of technologies, particularly government-run projects and things like that.
A lot of Global South projects in Latin America were motivated by a big desire to have their own voice within this conversation. So decolonization, a critical approach to AI, interesting lenses like data feminism, like we're approaching the technology through this lens because we think it's important to create it through this approach. That was very different from what we're seeing in projects in the global north, where there is more of a techno-solutionism approach, meaning we have an issue, we think we can fix it with technology, where there's maybe more funding or more projects being done by the big tech companies or big research centers. Whereas in the global south, we see more NGOs and grassroots communities working for a specific problem that affects them. That was interesting to see, to highlight different approaches, different methods, different ways of leveraging power, of creating participation, and of trying to create the best outcome possible for the different systems that are being developed.